In the fast-paced world of luxury fashion, staying relevant is a constant battle. Brand popularity ebbs and flows with changing consumer preferences, social media trends, and evolving cultural attitudes toward conspicuous consumption. Today, we're diving into the fascinating realm of luxury handbags to explore 15 once-coveted brands that have significantly fallen from grace in recent years. As we navigate through the year, the luxury bag landscape has transformed dramatically, leaving some heritage names struggling to maintain their former glory. The luxury handbag market has always been a fascinating barometer of consumer behavior. A decade ago, showing off the latest "it" bag was the ultimate status symbol. Today, younger consumers are approaching luxury purchases with a more discerning eye, focusing on factors like sustainability, craftsmanship, brand values, and investment potential rather than simply following logo-centric trends. This shift has created winners and losers in the luxury space, with some once untouchable names now gathering dust on department store shelves. Let's start with Michael Kors, a brand that was once seemingly unstoppable. In the early 2010, Michael Kors bags were everywhere, with their distinctive MK logo medallions and accessible luxury positioning. The brand's rapid expansion strategy initially paid off with explosive growth, but it ultimately led to market saturation. By opening too many outlet stores and offering frequent discounts, Michael Kors diluted its luxury positioning. Today's luxury consumer, especially Gen Z and younger millennials, views the brand as overexposed and lacking exclusivity. Sales data from the first quarter of this year shows a continued decline in handbag revenue for Capri Holdings, Michael Kors' parent company, with a 15% year-over-year drop in the accessories category. Next up is Coach, another American accessible luxury brand that has struggled to maintain its cachet. While Coach has made commendable efforts to reposition itself through its Coach Redefined initiative launched in late 2023, its core handbag business continues to face challenges. The brand's ubiquitous C logo designs became too mainstream during its aggressive expansion in the 2000s and 2010. Despite recent collaborations with celebrities like Jennifer Lopez and design innovations, Coach bags no longer command the prestige they once did. The brand's identity crisis has left it caught between true luxury and mass market, with neither segment fully embracing its offerings. Recent market research shows that, among luxury consumers under 35, Coach ranks near the bottom in terms of desirability for new purchases. Third on our list is DKNY, a brand that once defined urban American luxury. Donna Karan's Diffusion line has faced significant challenges adapting to the current luxury market. After being acquired by G3 Apparel Group in 2016, DKNY lost much of its design identity and innovative edge. The brand's handbag line, once known for blending practicality with New York chic, has become increasingly generic and fails to excite today's luxury consumer. With minimal social media presence compared to competitors and little innovation in their leather goods category, DKNY bags have virtually disappeared from the luxury conversation. Moving to Dooney & Bourke, this American heritage brand once competed with Coach for dominance in the accessible luxury segment. Known for their sturdy all-weather leather and distinctive duck logo, Dooney & Bourke bags were status symbols throughout the 80s and 90s. However, the brand has struggled to modernize its designs while maintaining its heritage appeal. Their Disney and sports team collaborations, while creating temporary sales spikes, have further confused the brand's luxury positioning. By this year, the brand has become largely irrelevant to serious luxury handbag collectors, with secondary market prices showing minimal resale value compared to their original retail prices. Fifth on our list is Furla, the Italian brand once praised for its minimalist aesthetic and quality leather at a relatively accessible price point. Furla's problem has been differentiation in an increasingly crowded market. With brands like Pollen, Manser Gavriel, and Strathberry offering similar quality with more distinct design identities, Furla has struggled to articulate why consumers should choose their products. Their core designs have remained largely unchanged for years, creating a perception of stagnation. The brand's global retail footprint has shrunk by 28% since 2022, signaling its diminishing appeal in the luxury handbag sector. Sixth is Marc by Marc Jacobs, a diffusion line that was actually discontinued in 2015, but whose bags remained in circulation for years afterward. Marc Jacobs himself has struggled to maintain relevance in the handbag category. While the designer's ready-to-wear collections continue to receive critical acclaim, his handbag offerings have failed to capture the imagination of luxury consumers in the way competitors like Bottega Veneta or Loewe have managed. The brand's attempt to recapture magic with the re-release of the Stam bag in 2023 generated initial buzz but failed to translate into sustained sales, highlighting the challenge of reviving past glories in today's forward-looking market. Kate Spade, number 7 on our list, presents an interesting case study. Following the founder's tragic death in 2018, the brand struggled to maintain its playful, feminine identity under corporate ownership. While Kate Spade still performs relatively well in entry-level luxury, its position has been significantly challenged by newer direct-to-consumer brands with similar aesthetic sensibilities but fresher approaches. The brand's reliance on heavy discounting, particularly in outlet channels, has damaged its luxury credentials. By this year, Kate Spade bags have become viewed as starter luxury rather than aspirational purchases, with secondary market data showing minimal retention of value. 8 on our list is Tory Burch, a brand that exploded in popularity during the 2010s with its distinctive logo hardware and accessible price point. While Tory Burch continues to perform well in other categories, particularly footwear, its handbag line has lost significant market share to both higher-end luxury brands and newer contemporary labels. The brand's signature aesthetic, once fresh and distinctive, now reads as dated to younger luxury consumers. Despite attempts to elevate their leather goods offerings with the Eleanor collection launched in 2024, Tory Burch bags are increasingly viewed as past their prime in the luxury hierarchy. Number 9 brings us to Longchamp, the French brand whose Le Pliage nylon tote became one of the most recognizable bags globally. While Le Pliage continues to sell as a practical staple, Longchamp has failed to translate this success into excitement for its leather goods offerings. The brand has become pigeonholed as a producer of functional travel bags rather than desirable luxury items. Attempts to collaborate with influencers and designers have produced only temporary spikes in interest. By this year, Longchamp's position in the luxury handbag market has diminished considerably, with the brand focusing more on travel accessories than competing with premier handbag houses. Moving to number 10, we find Fossil Group's luxury experiment, Burberry. Wait, that's not right. Fossil never owned Burberry. Let me correct that. Number 10 is actually the Fossil Group's attempt at luxury with brands like Fossil 1954 and their Swiss-made watch division. While not primarily a handbag company, Fossil's leather goods division once held aspirational status at department stores. By this year, their handbag offerings have completely lost any luxury positioning they once enjoyed, with the company focusing instead on smartwatches and accessible fashion accessories rather than competing in the premium handbag space. At number 11, we have Tod's, an Italian luxury brand known primarily for its driving shoes, but which also maintained a significant handbag business. Tod's has struggled to connect with younger luxury consumers despite its impeccable craftsmanship and heritage. The brand's minimalist aesthetic, once considered timeless, now reads as simply lacking imagination in comparison to more innovative luxury houses. With the brand's acquisition by LVMH in 2024, there's potential for revitalization. But current market data shows Tod's handbags continuing to decline in popularity and secondary market value throughout early this year. 12th on our list is Valentino, which might surprise some luxury observers. While Valentino remains a powerhouse in ready-to-wear and shoes, its handbag division has struggled to establish iconic, must-have styles that resonate with today's luxury consumer. The brand's rock stud line, once wildly popular, has become oversaturated and identified with the 2010s fashion era. Under new creative direction since 2023, Valentino is attempting to rebuild its handbag business, but it faces an uphill battle against more established leather goods powerhouses. Recent market share data shows Valentino commanding less than 2% of the premium luxury handbag segment this year, a significant drop from its position 5 years earlier. Lucky number 13 on our list is Escada, a German luxury brand that was a status symbol throughout the 80s and 90s. After multiple changes in ownership and a bankruptcy filing in 2020, Escada's handbag division has virtually disappeared from the luxury conversation. The brand's revival attempts have focused primarily on ready-to-wear, leaving its once significant leather goods category languishing. By this year, Escada bags have become vintage curiosities rather than contemporary luxury options, with even resale platforms categorizing them as vintage rather than contemporary items. At 14, we find Céline, or rather Seline without the accent mark, as it's been styled since Hedi Slimane took over creative direction from February 2018 to October 2024. While Seline remains a significant player in luxury fashion overall, its handbag division has lost the cult status it enjoyed under previous creative director Phoebe Philo. Slimane's redesign of the brand's aesthetic alienated many loyal Seline bag collectors, creating a secondary market where old Seline commands higher prices than current productions. The brand's repositioning has created a vacuum that brands like the Row and Bottega Veneta have successfully filled. While Seline still produces quality handbags, the fervent collector base that once defined the brand has largely moved on to other designers. Finally, at number 15, we have Mulberry, the British heritage brand that once defined accessible luxury in the UK market. Mulberry's signature Bayswater and Alexa bags were must-haves in the 2000s and early 2010, but the brand has struggled to evolve beyond these iconic styles. Multiple changes in creative direction and price positioning have confused consumers about what Mulberry represents in today's luxury landscape. While maintaining a loyal following in the UK, the brand's global relevance in the premium handbag space has diminished significantly. Recent financial reports show Mulberry's handbag sales down 23% year-over-year in the first quarter of this year, reflecting its continued struggle to recapture its former status. So, what's behind these shifting tides in luxury bag consumption? Several key factors are at play. First, today's luxury consumers are increasingly drawn to brands with strong sustainability credentials. Many heritage brands have been slow to adapt to this demand, creating opportunities for newer, purpose-driven labels to capture market share. Second, social media has fundamentally changed how luxury bags are marketed and perceived. Brands that excel at creating Instagram-worthy moments and cultivating relationships with the right influencers have gained advantage, while those relying on traditional marketing channels have lost visibility. Third, there's been a significant shift away from obvious logos towards subtle signifiers of luxury. Brands whose identity was built around recognizable logos have struggled to pivot to the more understated aesthetic preferred by today's sophisticated luxury consumers. Fourth, direct-to-consumer brands have disrupted the traditional luxury business model by offering quality products without the markup associated with extensive retail networks and advertising budgets. This has put pressure on established brands to justify their premium pricing. Finally, there's the matter of exclusivity. Brands that expanded too aggressively, opened too many outlet stores, or discounted too frequently have damaged their luxury positioning, often irreparably. In the luxury sector, perception is reality, and once a brand is seen as accessible to everyone, it loses its aspirational quality. What's particularly interesting is how the second-hand market has become a true barometer of a luxury bag's staying power. Resale platforms like the Real and Vestiaire Collective provide transparent data on which brands maintain value over time. Bags from houses like Hermès, Chanel, and certain Louis Vuitton models continue to command premium prices on the secondary market, while many of the brands we've discussed today sell for a fraction of their retail prices. This doesn't mean these 15 brands are doomed forever. Fashion is cyclical, and with the right creative vision and strategic repositioning, any of these names could stage a comeback. We've seen successful brand revivals before. Gucci was considered nearly irrelevant before Alessandro Michele's reinvention in 2015, and Bottega Veneta experienced a remarkable renaissance under Daniel Lee beginning in 2018. The luxury handbag market of this year rewards authenticity, craftsmanship, and distinct creative vision rather than heritage alone. Brands that understand this fundamental shift and adapt accordingly will thrive, while those clinging to outdated notions of what luxury means will continue to struggle for relevance. What's your take on these luxury bag brands? Do you still carry any of them? Or have you moved on to other designers? Has sustainability become a factor in your luxury purchases? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis of the luxury handbag market, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more insights into the evolving world of fashion and luxury goods.